Ranger Bill, warrior of the woodland, struggling against extreme odds, traveling dangerous trails, fighting the many enemies of nature. This is the job of the guardian of the forest, Ranger Bill. Pouring rain, freezing cold, blistering heat, snow, floods, bears, rattlesnakes, mountain lions. Yes, all this in exchange for the satisfaction and pride of a job well done. This is a lazy day in Knotty Pine. The Rangers are strolling down one of the town's shady streets, heading toward the town's old general store. The old store is a landmark of the days when the West was wild and woolly, and it's run by Mark Daggart. Many of the townsfolk visit the store to hear the old cowhands and prospectors, desert rats as they call them, swap yarns. Now let's join Bill and the boys as they head for the store. Little do they know that they're heading for one of the most grueling experiences of their lives. Listen now for the story, Burning Sand. You know, Bill, I like to visit Mark's store. It smacks of the Old West. Sort of gives you a feeling that you're living back in those times again.
Yes, Ralph. There's a lot of history centered in Mark's old general store. You know, I get a kick out of listening to those old cowpokes and desert rats spinning their yarns, each trying to outdo the other.
Yes, sir. There's a lot of competition there.
You don't think that most of their stories are made up, do you, Bill?
No, essentially, there's a lot more truth in them than most people think. Of course, the old-timers do add a little color to their yarns.
Like somebody else we know of?
Now, see here, young feller. Don't look at me that way. I'd have you know I don't color up my yarns.
Not even a little bit, Stumpy?
Nope. I give you the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Well, maybe you just put a little tint to your tales, huh, Stumpy?
Well, maybe I should say I guess I do sort of tint them up once in a while, just to make them interesting.
Quit picking on the old-timer, fellas. You enjoy Stumpy's yarns just as much as the rest of us.
Yeah, it looked like a big crowd in store. Many old-timers there.
Yeah, maybe we'll see some more hair-raising tales about the old Injun days.
Well, whoever has the floor, it's my guess that Stumpy will go him one better.
Now, wait a minute, Clintara.
Give him a chance, boys.
That's right, Stumpy. 5 of them.
Just 5? What's the matter? Were you two fellers weak that day or just plumb lazy?
Now, you see here, you old cougar.
I should have taken only one of you to finish 5 of them off. The other could have gone about his business.
Yeah, is that right? Well, I ain't seen you do any better.
You ain't? Did I ever tell you about the fracas me and Big Jim Hansen had at Hooker Pass with a gang of desperados? Why, I'm telling you when Howdy, Josh.
Hey, where you been keeping yourself, Joshua? Ain't seen you for a month of Sundays.
Oh, I've been busy, Mark.
Suppose you've been looking for gold again, huh, Josh?
That's right, been prospecting. What'd you expect from an old desert rat like me?
When are you gonna give up looking for fool's gold, Josh?
I expect when they dig your grave, they'll find gold, Joshua. You got gold fever that bad? Fool's gold, eh? Gold fever, huh? Let me show you fellas something that'll make your eyes bulge. There it is, boys. You think I've been wasting my time on the desert, huh?
You haven't got gold in that sack, Josh.
I ain't, huh? What'd you call this?
Look at that.
Well, don't stand there with your mouth open, Mark Daggett. Set me up some supplies and grub. I got some more work to do. Ain't nothing to get excited about.
What do you mean, Joshua? Ain't gold findings like that something to get excited about?
Yeah.
No, it ain't. This was just a small pocket, and I cleaned it out.
Where'd you find the small pocket, Josh?
Now, that would be telling, wouldn't it? Why don't you go out and hunt your own gold like I've been doing for 30 years?
Hello fellows, that was big thrill to see Joshua pour gold nuggets out on counter. And easy to understand how men catch gold fever.
That's right, Grey Wolf. But old Joshua's been prospecting for 30 years. And this is only the 4th small find he's made. Not much reward after all, is it?
A lot of work for a little pay, if you ask me.
Almost like work for nothing.
Yep. That ain't the worst part of it, young feller. When you think of a desert rat's being on the hot sand and in the cold mountains, year in and year out, all by himself, never gets to see people, lives like a hermit, just him and his burro, why, it's awful.
Skin get like old horsehide from sun and wind. Get frostbite in cold winter. Not much satisfaction, I think.
You fellas forget that these desert rats wouldn't have it any other way. And if that's the way Joshua wants to live, that's his business. The only thing is, I think he's flirting with real danger if he keeps going out there in the desert now.
What do you mean? Is it any more dangerous now than it was before, Bill?
For him it is. Joshua's getting to be an old man now. The heat of the desert is hard enough for a young man to take at this time of the year. Say nothing about a man of 70. Josh better be careful.
Well, these kind always die with their boots on. And there's not much you can do about it. What's on the docket for tomorrow?
Hard work. That's all I can tell you now. Rest well tonight. We hit the trail for 3 weeks in the morning.
Where are we heading first, Bill?
Up the Long Ridge Trail, Ralph.
Huh?
We got some scrub to clean out of a virgin stand of pine. Then we head for the North Forks and repair the soil conservation dams there.
Somebody on the road ahead. Say, it looked like old Joshua whip.
Hey, it not only looks like old Josh, it is him. He must be going back into the desert.
Let's stop and talk with him for a minute. Whoa, Storm.
Easy, boy.
Hello, Joshua.
Howdy, Bill. Howdy, fellas.
Howdy, Josh.
Heading out into the desert again, Josh?
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
Why you not take it easy for a while, Joshua?
No, I can't do that, Grey Wolf. I get the itch if I set a spell. Got to keep going.
Wouldn't hurt you any to set a spell, you old desert rat. Someday you're going to overdo it. You'll set permanent, 6 feet under.
Never you mind, Stumpy Jenkins. I'm old enough to take care of myself.
I'm sure you are, Josh, but Stumpy's right just the same. It's awfully hot out there in the desert. You're not a young man anymore. You could at least stay in town until the summer's over.
Are you fellas trying to keep me from finding gold? Why don't you mind your own business? I can take care of myself. Now get.
I didn't mean to offend you, Josh. I only wanted to remind you that it's dangerous. It's 120 degrees out there at this time of the year.
I don't need your advice, I tell you.
All right. So long, Josh. Let's go, boys. Come on, Storm. Grey Wolf, we'll have to cut down this tree. It's too far gone. The disease may spread.
Good.
You cut the fall guide, will you? I'll lie down on the underside and cut away the trunk.
Okay, Bill. This tree not too big. Not take long.
Say, Ralph, this is a two-man saw.
Yeah, that's right, Stumpy. Why don't you pull on your end?
I would. Only you're riding the saw.
Yes, but my feet aren't dragging like yours, old-timer.
Okay, Sonny. I guess you're on the ball today. I thought I could get one up on you.
Not today, Stumpy.
Every time some fellow bends elbow, his mouth fall open.
Yeah. And the proof of it is that we're almost through our log. They're only halfway.
Is that so? What do you say we race them, Stumpy? Let's see who gets through first.
Okay, Sonny. Let's pour a little elbow grease in this here saw and let her rip.
Our job is to trap some of these trout and put tags on them.
You study their traveling habits, Bill?
Right. Ralph, would you like to set out those water traps?
Sure, I'll have them in there in a jiffy, Bill.
And Grey Wolf, you take motion pictures of the schools of trout swimming by.
Oh, me do.
What's that for, youngster?
Well, the idea is later we can set the projector on slow motion and count the number of trout that have passed the camera in a given length of time.
That give us idea how many fish in river to spawn and go back downstream.
Yes. You see, we'll count that number that passed in a 15-minute period, multiply by 4 to get an hourly figure, then a day, then a week, and so forth. Only approximate, of course, but the figure comes out amazingly close.
Well, they've sure come a long way since I first started working for Uncle Sam.
Town seems kind of crowded after being on the trail 3 weeks, doesn't it, Bill?
Sure does, Ralph. Say, I wonder if Joshua Webb came back. He'd been gone 3 weeks. Didn't have more than 2.5 weeks' supplies with him when he left.
I hope old timer make grade.
Say, Mark's store is just down the road a piece. Let's stop by and see.
No, Bill, I ain't seen Joshua, which ain't no surprise to me. That guy's got gold fever so bad he don't have sense enough to come in out of the heat.
Do you think he could stretch his supplies this long, Mark? It's 3 weeks now.
That's right.
Maybe he'd short ration himself. Make the supplies last that much longer. That's so.
It's possible that he could stretch his food and water a whole week longer that way, Bill.
Yep. Old Josh could squeeze water out of a stone if he put his mind to it.
All right, I'll buy that for 2 days, fellas, but if Joshua doesn't show up in that time, we're going out on the desert and look for him.
Say, Bill, look hard for Joshua Webb, will you? As much fun as I poke at him, I still like the old desert rat. And I hope you find him in time.
Oh, Storm, easy, boy, easy. Now, we'll find him, Mark. I hope we're not too late, though. We'll let you know as soon as we can what's happened. All right, Storm boy, let's go. Come on, boy. Don't let the pack horses drag, Ralph. Keep them stepping along.
Okay, Bill. I'll keep moving.
Where do you figure to look first for Josh, Will?
We'll follow his trail going out on the desert and watch for a back trail.
Must be out on desert soon. It's plenty hot there now.
Burning sand, Grey Wolf. Miles and miles of nothing else but.
It's plenty hard on man and animal.
Oh, we better slow down once we get out on the sand. The horses couldn't take this pace in that heat.
Hey, fellas, look.
Yeah?
Over by that bunch of scrub. There's something laying on the ground.
Great Scott! There's a burro standing there, too. Come on.
Well, looks like the gold fever finally got the old fella.
Hello, Storm.
Whoa there, Matilda.
Yeah, it's Josh, all right. He's still alive. We'll try to revive him as much as we can, then get him to the hospital. How's our prospecting friend coming along, Doc?
Well, if you're talking about this old desert rat, Bill, he's doing fine. Week of rest, he'll be up and around. But he shouldn't go back out on the desert again for a long while. Well, you talk with him a while. I've got to finish making my rounds. I'll see you later, fellows.
So long, Doc.
Imagine him telling me I can't go back out in the desert for a long time. No man is going to tell me what to do.